welcome back to the channel. I have some great videos for you today. I hope you liked them. Remember, watch the videos with an open mind. Keep your head on a swivel, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump right in.
Everybody who's still saying,
I don't understand why we have to pay to live on a planet we were born on. Think about it. You didn't sign a contract when you took your first breath. You didn't agree to rent space on Earth. So why does every part of survival, food, water, land, come with a price tag? And here's the real question. Who are we even paying? Who decided they owned the land, the water, the resources? Who stood up one day and said, "This all belongs to me and you owe me for existing"? Now look at water. Covers most of the planet. Falls from the sky, essential for life. Yet somehow people are dying of thirst. Instead of wasting billions on war, we could build desalination plants and give fresh water to everyone. The technology exists, but do we use it? No. Because if people could take care of themselves, they wouldn't be controlled. That's the truth. Scarcity is a lie. There's enough food, enough land, enough resources for everyone. But if people weren't desperate, governments, corporations, and banks would lose power. So they manufacture struggle. They make sure you're always working, always paying, always needing. You're not just paying to live. You're paying to stay in your cage.
This is just a theory, not a fact.
this is for everybody who's still saying they don't exist after I've shown you proof plenty of times. Look, right out here. I'm zooming in. Don't mind the ducks. Where to go? Spec. It's back here in the woods. Hold on, shit. I'm trying not to shake. It's hard when I'm zoomed in. I just saw it out there. Oh, right there in the trees. Right there in the opening. Right. That's not it. Shit. One of the ducks is taking off. Oh, it's right. I see it. It's right there. You guys see that? See what I'm talking about?
No.
I can't make this stuff up.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Good. I'm going to.
Yeah, you don't
Lay
have
down.
to. Yeah, I have it in the GPS. It's fine.
I was just telling you.
It's fine.
How's your day going?
As good as can be.
I mean, the day just started.
Not for me. I don't sleep much.
I can tell.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, you seem a little grumpy. I just got in the car and I'm, trying to
Well,
tell you where to go, and you like, hey, I got it.
Well, I don't need to know where to go. You already, when you called the lift, it's already here. So, and
I mean, I was trying to strike up a conversation with you.
it's very nice.
Yeah, it's good to be nice.
And how does one benefit by being nice?
Excuse me?
How does one benefit by being nice?
If you wake up in the morning, that's something to be grateful for. I mean, so you have to start your day off by energy. Energy it means everything, You start out in a bad mood, your day is going to end in a bad mood. You start out in a good mood, you're going to end in a good mood.
How's your financial status?
My financial status?
Yeah.
My financial status is what I make of it, because it's not
Obviously,
what you make, it's what you do with what you make.
I got you. Yeah, but obviously you got money. You sound like you got money. You know what it's like to not have money and to struggle to try to pay the bills?
I have definitely been down that road before. Yeah. I have been down that road before.
You don't know what's going on in my personal life, so I'd just rather not talk about it.
It seems like you might need to maybe get it out your system and talk about it, because right now it seems like if you're going to be doing the job that you're doing, you're picking up people, you're meeting people, you have to have some type of aura or energy about yourself that make people want to, you meet a lot of people. This is how you make a living. And I'm telling you, if you just be kind or be nice, it'll take you a long way. I mean,
That lady's definitely cooking.
let me tell you something. I was a different person, and then life just got in the way, and I don't find anything beneficial by being nice anymore, unfortunately.
let me tell you something. As you live, life is going to be up and down, but it's all about what you make of it. I have had my times where things weren't going my way or life wasn't treating me like I wanted it to treat me, but I lived past that and I woke up another day to improve, and it only get better. God don't put more on it, put more on you than you can bear.
I kind of question that sometimes. I've had a lot of stress in my life, and I'm trying to do the best I can, and I'm in a negative state. I don't like it when I'm in a negative state. Right now, I'm in a very negative state.
Well,
You're not making things any better.
The only person that can change that negative state is you, and how you view and how you deal with things.
Let's move on.
In your life.
This is the president's car. Secret Service agents hold the door with both hands. The door is 8 inches thick, thicker than most walls. This is the Cadillac Beast, also known as a land fortress. From this point on, Cadillac became synonymous with the president's ride, replacing the old Lincoln. The Beast can withstand pretty much any kind of attack, even armor-piercing rounds, making sure the president stays safe. With this kind of heavy-duty setup, the interior is sealed, and there's even an independent oxygen supply system to make sure no contaminated air gets inside. The whole thing weighs an insane 22,000 pounds, which not only adds extra protection, but also ensures stability at high speeds and on tricky terrain. In the trunk, there's a blood bank with a matching blood type for the president, plus 4 tires that will never go flat. The president doesn't just have one car. There's a whole fleet of highly customized vehicles, and 2 of them are identical. No one knows which one the president is riding in. Plus, the Beast gets replaced every few years.
I want one of them cars.
Imagine finding out your home's worth in seconds. That's what this new valuation tool from Rocket Mortgage does for you. It's quick, and the best part? Your mortgage rate stays the same. See your home's value now and start exploring options. Tap below to get started.
How are we doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Good. You caught my attention here.
Yeah, you're the third one after. I'm sorry, you're Lieutenant. What?
I'm investigator.
Investigator. What was your last name?
Thompson.
Thompson. Okay. Hi.
So what you doing?
I am a journalist gathering content for a story.
Okay. Do you have permission to be here?
I didn't know that I needed permission to be in public space.
Did you? Well, you were on the sidewalk over here, right?
Right. It's a public sidewalk, right?
I don't know if OGS allows that.
Well, it doesn't matter if
Do you have
OGS
some
allows it.
identification?
Is it a public sidewalk?
Do you have some identification?
Am I being detained?
Yeah.
Under suspicion that I've committed what crime?
I'm trying to determine who you are on state police property.
Do you suspect that I've committed a crime?
I'm going to ask you to
Do you
provide
suspect
me-
that I've committed a crime?
I'm not determined that yet.
Okay, so figure out if you've
Sir,
committed a crime.
I'm going to ask you, please,
Okay,
to provide me with some identification.
you're asking.
I am.
Okay, I'm declining your request.
Okay. I'm going to require it now.
You're demanding.
Yes.
My name is Matthew Grunert. I live at.
Claim
My name is
to be
Matthew
a
Grunert.
member of the media? You
And
claim
we
to be a
are
member of the
clear.
media?
I am being detained. I am not free to go.
Not right now, you're not. You claim to be a member of the media is how you represented yourself. Do you have some identification supporting that? Sir. You called G4? Thank you.
Hey, can I get a roll? Yeah, I just need a roll. Yeah, I'm right in the front. I'll get give me- Thank you.
It's definitely a police state we live in.
Welcome, family. Emerging from beneath the clouds, our mechanical sky reveals itself, tracks winding and gears interlinking. As we pan to the right, the blue of the sky becomes dominant. Our perception would have us believe we are staring into an empty space, when in fact, the same tracks create the illusion of the empty space you see. Now, take this into consideration while we examine the next clip. The most advanced piece of technology you will ever experience in your lifetime, the Sky Machine. As we discussed in the previous clip, your perception will have you believe you are staring into empty space, but there is no space left empty. A mechanism virtually unknown and alien to humanity sits above our heads, and its job is to simulate the sky we see. Behind the scenes shows us real evidence that our world was created by something far greater than we can comprehend. Now, I want you to look. Remember what I told you previously. There is no empty space. Do you truly believe your governments are capable of this? Can you deny we are in containment after seeing what is right in front of your eyes? You now know why the airplanes you see in the sky are holograms and not real. I have made countless videos showing you all why we have the trails in the sky left by the airplanes, but even though I have proved it to a lot of you, some still remain using the term chemtrails. No doubt I will hear the same programming in the comments. The powers that be have gone to great lengths to assure you do not know the truth, and even the ones that believe they are woke are still under the spell. You have been manipulated on a quantum level, leading you to believe you reside within 3 dimensions, when in fact, it's always been 4. We perceive 3 dimensions, but reside in 4. The extra dimension we reside in, but do not perceive, is where things happen that are difficult to comprehend. I will leave you with some food for thought. If there were no reflective surfaces in this world, you would not know what you look like. You would only have an idea. One love.
I really liked that video. That was awesome.
Here's what others are doing to fix missing and broken teeth. The company everyone has been raving about is called Nuvia. Not only do they have thousands and thousands of patients, they have thousands of 5-star reviews with a 99.13 success rate to back it up. And that's not even the best part. It takes them only 24 hours to eliminate the problem and provide a permanent solution. Nuvia Dental Implant Center has figured out how to get rid of those traditional dental visits and restore functionality and confidence. I'll attach a link to their 60-second quiz to see if
Many of us could use that.
you may be eligible.
What about the thing with Barron Trump? Have you heard that?
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's nuts too.
That's wild.
Find that one. That one's nuts too. That one's completely bizarre.
There's a series of books from I think it's the late 1800s or something.
Yeah.
About, yes, it's 1900 here, but it's like a person named Barron Trump goes on these adventures, gets a guy from Manhattan to be his guide. It's very strange and very similar to what.
See if you can find what the
find out.
synopsis,
Yeah.
what connects it to Barron Trump. It seems real weird.
Book is called The Last President.
The Last President. That's kind of crazy. Because if shit hits the fan and the aliens land, he is the last president. An 1889 novel called Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. It was written by Ingersoll Lockwood. He would go on to write another book called The Last President in 1900. This mystery which involves the Trump family, Nikola Tesla, time travel, and dark forces.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
In the castle called Castle Trump.
So he's follows the adventures of a young aristocrat named Barron Trump living in a castle named Castle Trump, which is fucking crazy. The character is described as intelligent, curious, and somewhat arrogant, guided by his mentor, Dawn. Barron embarks on fantastical journeys, including one to discover a magical portal in Russia.
10 celebrities with the longest prison sentences. 10, Julie Chrisley. She is serving a 7-year sentence for bank fraud, tax evasion, and other crimes. 9, Todd Chrisley. Julie's husband is serving 12 years for his role in their crimes. 8, Tammy Lynn Stitch. Former WWE wrestler Tammy Lynn Sitch developed a bad habit of driving impaired, and in March 2022, She hit a man and he died. She is serving a 17-and-a-half-year prison sentence. 7. Kalen Walker. Walker starred in the 2018 Superfly remake. He was exposed for using his fame to take advantage of women and is serving 50 years. 6. Will Hayden. Former Sons of Guns reality star Will Hayden is serving 3 life sentences plus 40 years for violating a few girls. 5. Danny Masterson. He is serving 30 years to life for violating 2 women over 2 decades ago. 4. Suge Knight. The Death Row founder is serving 28 years for a hit and run. 3. Jerry Harris. Harris found fame on the Netflix reality show Cheer, but his fame was short-lived. He is serving 12 years and 8 months for receiving inappropriate media from boys. 2. Michael Jace. The former S.H.I.E.L.D. star is locked up for 40 years to life for ending his wife's life. 1. Tim Norman. The former co-star on Welcome to Sweetie Pies is serving life without parole for hiring someone to get rid of his nephew.
So you've heard the prophecy about Trump being the last president, right? And you heard the prophecy about Pope Francis being the last pope? So what is up with this last president, last pope thing? I'm not one to believe in the end times, but all we hear about are prophecies about the last president, prophecies about the last pope, Armageddon, the apocalypse. Both do not mean the end of the world. They mean the beginning of the new world. So when I see different people like Saint Malachi, Nostradamus, and everybody else that is a prophet, Baba Vanga, Dolores Cannon, there is not one person that did not prophesize the Antichrist, Jesus returning. It's like the serpent that is biting its tail off. It's the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. But this is the thing. These are all different people in all different eras saying these things. Once or twice, I believe you when you say it's a coincidence, but I'm seeing dozens and dozens of patterns here. So let's talk about what's going on.
Because these people communicate with demons. It's all to fool you. No one knows when the last day is.
Going to happen now that the Pope just passed away. The St. Malachi prophecy says that he was going to be the last Pope. It coincides with Nostradamus' prophecy about the 7 hills burning. 7 hills in the city will be destroyed. What city has 7 hills? Well, the Vatican City. If we go back in time, who's the Vatican? Who is the Catholic Church? It's the Holy Roman Empire. So the Holy Roman Empire is finally collapsing. Saint Peter, the apostle of Jesus, was the first pope. He was also crucified like Jesus, but he was crucified upside down. In fact, the upside down cross is the cross of Saint Peter. The prophecy of Saint Malachi says that the last pope is Peter of Rome. This is a full circle prophecy now. He says that there will be 112 popes before the last judgment. But it doesn't mean the end of the world. It means that after the 112th pope, Pope Francis that just passed away, there's going to be a period of anarchy. And this will lead to the downfall, the demise of the Roman Catholic Church. But in reality, it's the demise of the Holy Roman Empire.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Do you happen to have a permit to be filming on Rodeo?
No.
No, you don't have a permit? Okay, sorry, not comfortable.
I'm really not comfortable
May I
either,
ask
but I'm
what
listening.
you're filming for?
No. I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
Oh.
What, is there an issue taking
There's no
Really?
photography or video allowed in the store.
no photography or video allowed outside?
In the store.
In the store? I'm not in your store.
No, I understand. We're just trying to see what the permit situation was for this.
Permit situation? Interesting, okay. So what's the issue?
There's no issue.
Huh.
For me, there's no issue.
Okay, a young lady came out and told me I needed a permit. This young lady told me I was not allowed to film inside the store. So I'm just asking.
Yeah, that's actually correct.
What's correct?
Store, that it's not allowed to film inside the store.
Not allowed to film inside the store from the street?
From the street, I'm not too sure about, but inside the store.
Right. Well, I'm not inside your store. All right, cool. So we're all good then. Okay, excellent. Appreciate you.
I bet they're filming everybody in the store with all their cameras.
What if I told you that all corporations are actually just one giant mega corporation? And I'm not talking about metaphorically. And I'm not talking about BlackRock. I'm talking about what's really behind BlackRock. See, we hit 1 million followers on TikTok this week, and I've been waiting to post this video since the very first video that I made, laying the groundwork of understanding so that we're all going to understand this now that we're here. So let's break it down real simple. If you're going to go grocery shopping at a corporate grocery store, all of these corporations are owned by these institutions. They're highlighted in red if they're on all 4 of these sheets. They're darker orange if they're on 3 of them, and light orange if they're on 2. And there's only a couple that only appear once. It's mostly the same money. But we go deeper. If you go for the biggest tech companies, it's basically the exact same list for all 4 of these. That would be Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Fidelity, T. Rowe Price, Geode, which is similar to Fidelity Associated, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. And then Northern Trust is on 3 of them, and Capital World Investors is the exact same thing as Capital Research and Management Company. So you might think, okay, these are the institutions that own the whole stock market. But who owns them? And see, if you've been around here for a minute, you already know. They all own each other. Just a giant cross-ownership pool. And this is where it gets really interesting. Because see, way back before I'd even posted a single video, I was sitting in my office reading this report from an anonymous user on Reddit. And he had noticed the exact same thing that I'm talking about right now. And he wrote a program to put all that data into a visualization so we can see who owns who. And I'm about to show you what he figured out. Let's take BlackRock, for example. This is a list of the top institutional owners of BlackRock and how much of the company they own. And if you visualize it, it looks like this, where the whole square is all of BlackRock's stock, and they get a percentage of that square based on how much they own. And the important colors to note are that white symbolizes us, retail investors, and gray symbolizes insiders that work at the company. So that would be like Larry Fink's stock, among other people. And everything else is other giant corporations, investment banks, like BlackRock themselves own a little bit. State Street owns some. Capital World Management owns some. Bank of America owns some. You see how this works? But then you think about it and you're like, well, wait a minute. Because all of these institutions are owned by other institutions, right? So what if we put that data in here? Well, he did. And it looks like this. And you realize that all of this that was owned by Merrill Lynch is actually owned by all of these other institutions. And a little bit of us, retail, up there at the top. But here, we've only replaced Merrill Lynch's section. What about all of these guys? Well, then it looks like this. Remember, white is retail investors like you and me. And everything else is giant mega corporations. And if you go one layer deeper, filling in all those corporations with their corporations, you see how this program's working? And so then we simplify it to just black, gray, and white. And this is who owns BlackRock. White is retail investors like you and me. Gray is insiders at all of these corporations like CEOs and other executives. And black is just corporations owning each other. We'll call it megacorp. This is the same process done for Bank of America and for State Street and for Best Buy, Amazon, Macy's, groceries, food, ingredients, building and selling homes, even less white, meaning us, retail ownership. As far as I can tell.
How crazy is that, though? That's who runs the world, people, all these corporations that own each other.
Dad, where you going? Going? No, Dad. Where you going?
To get the paper.
No, you don't need the paper, Dad. Close the door. You got to close the door, Dad.
Just a minute.
Okay. Why? What's up with your jacket? Close it.
What?
Close the door. Dad, you're going the wrong way. Close the door. Close it. Close it all the way. You got to close the door, Dad. Push it. Push it hard. Dad, you're going the wrong way. Come on.
Where do you want me to go?
You got to go back to your room.
For what reason?
Cuz, where you going?
I'm just stand there.
No, there's no need for you to stand there, Dad. To the left. What's going on?
What do you mean, what's going on?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to kill nobody yet.
Stick. You've been force-fed the spinning space marble lies since birth. Textbooks, movies, even your favorite sci-fi shows all chant the same script. But here's the question they're terrified you'll ask. Why does water stay flat as a pancake if the Earth's curved? Think about it. Oceans don't bend. Lakes don't arch. Even a spilled latte spreads in a straight line. But science says a ball Earth spins 1,000 miles per hour while magically keeping oceans glued? Right. And what about construction? Ever seen a surveyor account for curvature when building a bridge? Nope. They use flat planes and lasers. If the Earth curved, the Golden Gate Bridge would have collapsed before your grandma learned TikTok dances. Time to use your own eyes. The truth is hiding in plain sight. No PhD required. Grab a camera, a sunset, and a zoom lens. When the sun dips below the horizon, zoom in. Poof, it reappears. On a ball Earth, that's impossible. The sun's not setting. It's moving out of view on a flat plane. Still skeptical? Try this. Next flight, watch the horizon. It stays perfectly level no matter how high you go. Pilots don't adjust for curvature. They'd crash if they did. Shoot a laser over calm water. On a curved Earth, the beam should bend. Spoiler, it stays straight for miles. They say the moon reflects sunlight. Then why does it glow colder than moonlight? Check a thermal camera. It's self-illuminating like a giant nightlight. Ever wonder why satellites get lost during meteor showers? Because they're balloons. Literally. NASA's own patents admit to high-altitude balloon tech. Your iPhone has more power than the computer that landed on the moon. If your brain's doing backflips, smash that follow button. Tomorrow's video drops the one experiment that made a physics professor quit his job. It involves a pool, a garden hose, and a secret they've buried since the 1800s. Miss this, and you'll never know why oceans don't spill off the edge. Tap follow now before they delete this video.
Someone's got way too much time on their hands. Somebody doesn't have a job. Or a life, for that matter. I can't watch anymore. I'm going to fall asleep.
Yes, you do qualify for a HELOC if you are a veteran or an active duty service member, and here's why now is the perfect time to get one. Currently, you can access a HELOC with amazing interest rates, a safe and easy way to become your own bank, and you only have to pay for what you spend. Also, you can use the money for whatever you want. I promise there is.
So this is the correct way to fold clothes, neat and stays organized.
1. Why do socks always go missing? Turns out this is how they should be folded. Feels like I've been doing it wrong my whole life. 2. First method for folding t-shirts. Lay the shirt flat, fold the bottom up, fold both sides in, then roll it up as shown in the video. Flip it over, smooth it out, and you're done. This method makes printed t-shirts easier to find. 3. Folding method for soft base layer tops. This way, they stay neat. No more messy wardrobes. 4. Folding method for short sleeve shirts. Folds in just 3 seconds, like in a retail store. 5. Storage method for leggings. Saves space. Easy to take out without unraveling. 6. Folding method for underwear. This method protects the crotch area, keeps it clean and hygienic. 7. Storing a full set of thermalwear. Grab one and the whole set is ready. No more searching for matching pieces. 8. Storage method for pleated skirts. Since the fabric is silky, always fold it inside out. 9. Folding method.
How cool is that?
Date, July 9th, 1947. Location, Base Hospital, Roswell.
That the sun and moon appear exactly the same size in the sky. Think about it, we're told the sun is 400 times larger than the moon, but also 400 times farther away, creating a perfect illusion where they look identical in size. But what are the odds of that? Is this just an incredible cosmic coincidence? Or is it evidence that we've been lied to about our world? According to mainstream science, the sun is 93 million miles away and a massive 865,000 miles in diameter, while the moon is only 2,159 miles wide and just 238,000 miles away. They claim that these two celestial bodies are so perfectly proportioned that they just happen to look the same size from Earth. But here's the problem. There is zero scientific reason why this should happen. Why would we just happen to be positioned in the exact spot where this illusion works? And if the sun is really that gigantic and distant, why does it appear small and local in time-lapse videos and real-world observations? Even more suspicious? The moon and sun follow nearly identical paths in the sky, staying in close alignment throughout the year. If they were really different sizes and distances, their movements should be completely different. Instead, they behave as if they are part of the same localized system. Let's break this down with real-world evidence. Perfect eclipses. The only reason we can even have a total solar eclipse is because the sun and moon appear the same size. If their proportions were even slightly off, eclipses wouldn't be possible. Personal observations. Watch the sun and moon rise and set. They move across the sky at similar speeds and stay the same apparent size all day. That wouldn't happen if one were 400 times bigger and farther away than the other. If the sun were really 93 million miles away, it should shift positions dramatically when viewed from different parts of Earth. But it doesn't. Instead, it behaves as if it's much closer. And here's something strange. Why do we never see the dark side of the moon? It's supposedly rotating, yet we always see the same face. Could it be that the moon is actually something entirely different than what we've been told? Try this experiment yourself. Cover a streetlight with your thumb, then walk away. As you move back, your thumb no longer covers the light. That's perspective. Now ask yourself, if the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon, how does the moon perfectly cover it during an eclipse? The math doesn't add up. The only logical explanation is that the sun and moon are much closer and smaller than we're told. This is for entertainment purposes.
It's like the same thing every single day. Where's she coming from?
You need to move your car right now, ma'am.
Why?
Do you not see the signs? Open your eye. You're in the handicap, little girl. Now move your car.
I can park here.
I said move your car now.
Why would I move it?
You are not handicapped. My mother,
I'm in
who is
the
in a
right
wheelchair,
place.
is handicapped.
I'm handicapped.
Come on.
Excuse me. Don't touch my car.
Let's go. Move.
Seriously.
Let's go.
Get away from my car. Lady.
Take a look. Let's go.
Seriously.
You are not allowed to park here,
Can
young
you
lady.
leave my car? Can you back up?
No, you know what?
Back up. What are you
Okay.
doing?
Okay. Okay, we're gonna see.
What are you doing?
Okay, I'm trying to get into security, and the security's gonna come. They're gonna tow your car, young lady. That's why you
Man,
want not to be
it is
parked here.
none of your business. Okay? First of
Move
all,
your
it's
car.
not your business. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. This lady is
You are
just.
very rude and disrespectful.
You are very rude
Do you
and
understand what it
disrespectful.
is like?
Why are you so
I need
aggressive?
you to move your car. I'm videotaping you. You're gonna videotape me. I'm videotaping you.
All right, and we're gonna videotape each other, and that's what
What's
we're
your
gonna
name?
do.
What's your name?
That is none of your business.
Oh, okay. That's how you're gonna play this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, come on. Let's go. Security? I'm gonna find some security.
This whole place is closed. This whole place is closed. What is your
I
problem?
don't care if it's open or if it's closed. This is for handicapped people.
I
Do
am
you
a
not
handicap.
understand that?
I'm a handicap.
Oh, come on now. Put your lion. I need you out. I need you to move this car, because if you don't move this car, there's going to be a little piece of trouble, young lady.
Like what?
I've seen you park here before.
Yes,
think
you
you're so special
have.
that
You
you
do
just-
this every single time. Aren't you sick of it?
Okay, so you're gonna go on. Okay.
Karen?
Oh, what'd you call me? What'd you call me?
Nothing. What did you think I called you?
I don't know what you said, but come on. You need to. This is disrespectful.
All right. You did your thing. Now leave. Leave me alone. Keep going.
I know someone's gonna know who you are. When they find out what you're doing right now, you're gonna be in big
I'm not doing anything wrong,
You know what
lady.
you're doing wrong. Do you think this is right? You think you have the right to do this?
Yes,
You are
I do.
really
I have a
disgraceful.
right to do this.
You are disgraceful. You're disgraceful.
I'm a handicap. I'm allowed to park
You
here.
are not handicapped. And quit your lying. You are not handicapped.
Oh my God, lady, just get over it. Get over yourself.
Let's go. Can I see a parking
That lady carrying on might be handicapped.
It's overwhelming. People having to go years and years waiting and fighting.
I was kind of nervous to do it because I was just like, I'm tired of getting told no.
I clicked on the Atticus ad and filled out the little thing.
It's okay to get help. You're not being difficult. You're not taking advantage of the system. That's where Atticus comes in.
The system takes advantage of you. Well, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the videos. That was just some of my For You content that I was going through. That's why I usually don't go through that, because it's so random and half of them I don't even like. But there you go. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.